You are live. All right. What's up, SVSers? Nick here from Capital Audiofest in Rockville, Maryland, just outside the nation's capital of DC. And I got my man Joe here working the camera here. So let's get a view of the lower level here. We are on the 6th floor of Capital Audiofest. And you can see, let's hopefully not drop the phone there. You can see you got all sorts of fun and excitement happening down there. They got a record vinyl, a shopping section. They got demos. They have a educational seminar area over there, and just a total celebration of hi-fi culture and great sound. And that's why we love to be at these shows, because there's something to be said for reading reviews and going on YouTube and getting all your insights. But when you can come to a place like this and experience what a $500,000, $1 million system sounds like. And then use this little joystick to adjust to. Sorry, we're doing this on the fly. It's just a special experience. And we've actually got 2 rooms set up here. One of them, we're doing something that we've never done before as far as a multi-channel setup, which I'll talk about in a second. But we're just so excited to be out here. Obviously, high performance audio is alive and well in the DC area because it's been absolutely packed. The traffic has been incredible. So we're going to leave our beautiful balcony here and take a step into the rooms, and maybe we'll see a familiar face or two as well. Yeah. I think we know this guy, Gary, president of SVS. Welcome, Gary.
Hello.
What you might not know is we're actually right here in Gary's backyard out in Rockville.
Not exactly backyard. Took me an hour to get here. DC traffic, but I have my Celsius. Thank you, David and Nick, for bringing it. I've got my game face on. Shows started out great. Now it's Saturday, and we are totally thrilled to be here.
So, obviously, there's a lot of hi-fi culture in this area. There's actually a DC audiophile. Is it a Facebook group?
There's two groups. There's one that's kind of a more traditional audiophile group. I think they're kind of DC hi-fi something. And then there's the Facebook group, which is actually a fun group, like kind of normal, diverse group of people, and we're very plugged in with them. In fact, we did a giveaway with them, and they're helping DC youth get access to music education. We need more of that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, and in fact, I ran a 10-store retail chain in the DC area.
That's the excitement.
For a long time, and I'm seeing all these people that I worked with at this show. So yeah, this is definitely an audiophile place at DC. DC and Baltimore.
Yeah, you can tell by the level of attendance. I think this is actually the fastest growing.
I am the smartest audiophile in DC. You may not
know right. This guy, right here. Imagine that.
I am kidding.
Well, we're having a blast here. We have the 2-channel room in here, which you can walk in, and I'll talk a little bit about the system. And then the room next door is really opening a lot of people up to some different audio formats. And I think the vision is doing here is just a celebration of great sound in all its different formats, and whether it's cinematic or whether it's music. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, what's been really interesting for me, we've gotten lots of positive feedback. We often do. We surprise people with what we deliver, especially when you take the price into consideration. But actually, in the multi-channel room, you guys have been doing more music than movies this year, including music that has no picture. It's just Dolby Atmos or even quadrophonic, and the feedback has been awesome. I think multi-channel is underrated for a great music experience.
Quadrophonic, like, what do we go back to the 70s? Is that like the origination of surround sound? I didn't do my research because I didn't know how much of this content
they're kind of separate things. The quadrophonic had this weird cartridge that had, the stereo cartridge has 2 sides, so it's kind of got 2 tracks. The quadrophonic had kind of 2 in the front and 2 in the back, and that's how you would play your quadrophonic music. In my opinion, it didn't really work very well, but I guess the recordings still exist. And now, of course, with today's technology, you can do it the way that it was intended. So it's kind of cool.
It is cool. And, we're going back and forth between an Atmos and a quadrophonic setup. So we're letting people kind of experience how far the processing has come and how the mixing has evolved from sort of this 4-channel experience to now adding height effects. And it's pretty cool. I think a lot of people are getting a little bit of education, but also sort of a more spiritual experience just to kind of hear how these different
spiritual.
It is.
You really are becoming an audiophile.
I know. All right, we're going to dip in here. We're going to make them turn it down so we don't need any copyright strikes. So, Dan, maybe turn the volume down just for a minute.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, you probably made it turn the volume down for a second. Camera, if you don't like to. So this is our two-channel hi-fi experience. Real quick, because we got a line of people who want to hear it. We have our Ultra Evolution Pinnacle speakers. These are our flagships. If you're watching this, you probably already knew that. But this is where we just want to really celebrate two-channel sound. These are a full range experience. We are SVS. Everyone comes in here, they hear the low frequency, like, all right, where are you hiding the subs? No subwoofers in this room, just the Ultra Evolution Pinnacle towers. And we're running it off Hagel H400 ampere. It's 250 watts per channel. Sorry, 150 watts per channel. So it's really making bringing the best out of the Ultra Evolution speakers here. And then we have this gorgeous Orchard Audio streamer that we're running as well, bringing in some of our requests as we like to take here from our crowd at Capital Audio Fest. And, mixing it up, all different sorts of genres from EDM to Diana Krall and some Dire Straits, and then even some hip hop we've had and heavy metal. So trying to give people different flavors of sound to really showcase the best of our Ultra Evolution Pinnacle Tower speakers here. And I know they're anxious to not hear me talk anymore. So we're going to move into the multi-channel experience here as we move through the Capital Audio Fest. So like Gary was saying, what we have, and I'll talk out here before we go into the room, because I think that room is probably pretty packed right now. But what we've done is a 5.2, let's go ahead and here so people can walk by, a 5.2.4 setup. And this is a partnership that we actually struck up with Orchard Audio. They're featuring their Star Crimson amplifiers, and this uses this GaN technology, which I guess the easiest way to explain it is it's like the performance of a Class A amp without all the heat. So you get the Class D efficiency, but you get that sort of beautiful, refined sound like you would get from a tube amp or a Class A, but with the efficiency and sort of all the benefits that you get from Class D as well. And they have a similar sort of ethos as SVS in terms of delivering really just amazing high performance, but at prices that aren't going to break the bank. Which at a show like this, when you're going into some of these rooms where it's $450,000, $500,000 for a turntable alone, it's good to have the perspective of like, here's what you can have for about $20,000. And what we've also done that's completely unique at this show is have discrete amplification for all 7 of those channels. The two surrounds, 9 channels. Thank you, Joe. So our height effects and our rear surrounds are being powered by his Star Crimson 25, which is 100 watts per channel. They're mono, so it's a 100-watt amplifier. And then he's got his Star Crimson Ultras on the front stage, which are 500 watts. So really, we have plenty of power to push our speakers to their full potential. And if you do the math and you calculate the 2 SB5000 Revolutions, which run at 2,000 watts continuous, and then all of the amplification that I just mentioned from the Orchard Audio Star Crimson series, you're talking about 7,000 watts of total power. And this is clean, just beautiful power. And you're talking about 12 by 14 room. So we're able to just really pressurize it when we want to. But then with all the 9 channels, you have this amazing continuity of sound from the front stage to the rear and all around you, whether that's doing the full Dolby Atmos with the home cinema demos that we're doing, or with even the quadrophonic sound. It's really a kind of a cool experience. We're running our Ultra Evolution towers. It's the first time we've ever rolled those out at a hi-fi show as well. So that's in the front stage, the Ultra Evolution Center. And then I mentioned the elevations and the nanos, which are bringing in the rear. So let's see if there's a little bit of space. I think Larry's talking in there now, but you know him well, and I don't mind interrupting him. We're doing a live stream here, Larry, so I'm going to interrupt this real quick. We don't want to get any copyright strikes. We promise we won't put you on camera.
Especially Disney.
Yes, Disney will take us off the air with probably before we finish this live stream. So as I was mentioning, it's a full 5.2.4 setup. You can see we have the Ultra Evolution towers, the center, and then all of our Orchard Audio Star Crimson. You got to get a close up on that etching, because one thing that Leo at Orchard Audio has done is create this beautiful visual display on the top of each one of his amplifiers, which really helps kind of tell the story, which, if I'm not mistaken, Star Crimson is a kind of pair. So it sort of fits in with this Orchard Audio and this tree theme that he's created with his amplifier. So kind of a cool backstory there. And then you can see we have our very high-tech Atmos panels set up here, which are mounting our speakers. Hotels don't like you to drill holes in the wall, so we've come up with these innovative 2x6 solutions, which actually do a pretty good job of mounting the speakers. And so we have had to do 2 in the front and then 2 in the sides here because of a headboard. These are the challenges of a hi-fi show. We would have probably had 2 on the sides here to fill in that gap a little bit more, but they're actually, the dispersion characteristics are good enough where you're getting really great continuity from this front stage to the back. And then you can see in the rear channels here, we have our Ultra Evolution Nano, the smaller of the 2 bookshelf speakers in the new speaker lineup. And again, we're doing just all sorts of content here, from quadrophonic to Atmos music, some spatial audio. It looks like we're about to get nostalgic and do a little Tron Legacy here. So that will give the SB5000 Revolutions quite the workout. So, having a lot of fun in this room, just testing different formats, different kinds of content, everything from Mission Impossible to Mozart, having a lot of fun doing it as well. So I should throw a shout out one more to RI Cables. They're doing all the cables. Maybe get a close up over there, Joe, as well, before we exit the room here and let these folks not hear me talk anymore, which I'm sure they prefer.
Yeah, shut up, Nick.
I know. But we wanted to showcase, and then we're just running it off a Marantz AVR here. Who we give the props to for that one, Joe?
Oh, that'd be my buddy Greg.
Greg running the Marantz AVR here, so that's providing the source processor to help run everything through it. So there you go. So that is our multi-channel setup room, and we're going to exit now so these good folks can be wowed by the Tron.
Is this our live team? Hi, everybody.
Yes,
So,
yes.
you don't need one
You
now.
guys know Larry.
So, don't need that extreme close up like Wayne World.
So we got people waiting. I'm going to wrap this up here, but I did want to just connect with the SVS family before we called at Capital Audiofest. If you are local, by all means, come on down. It's going on today from 10 to 6, and it's going on tomorrow from 10 to 4. We are at the, remind me where we are.
628 for the multi-channel and 626 for the 2-channel.
And the hotel we're at
Is the Hilton in
Hilton
Rockville,
Rockville, Maryland. Hilton
You got it.
Rockville, Maryland, room 626, 628. That's where you'll find SVS. And one more teaser I'll throw out there. You can find this on our Eventbrite and on our Facebook page. We're doing an event actually in this area in a couple of weeks. You hear that light cycle battle start to queue up. At IQ Home Entertainment, December 4th, 6 to 8 p.m. We're doing the Sound Revolution Experience event. Doing a couple giveaways, having some experience zones. We'll be demoing some of our products and just having a fun, festive time to kick off December. So that's December 4th at IQ Home Entertainment. You'll find the details from our website or at Eventbrite. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I know we don't normally do the live streams on a Saturday morning, but we're here at the show. The energy's high, so we figured, why not? Let's get the word out. Thanks, everybody. And thanks, Joe, behind the scenes, for helping
Anytime, brother.
behind us.
Anytime, brother. It was a team effort.